What's going on, famous boy Gabos? I rock with you if you rock with me. Yo, bro, I know y'all seen some whack movies in y'all life. Ain't no way you gonna sit here and tell me that you've never seen a movie with a trash ass ending. So with that being said, we're gonna take a moment to look back at some trash ass horror movies with 10 dumbest decisions in horror flicks. So we're gonna get right into it, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's rock out.
Anyone who's watched a horror movie knows one thing. The characters make horrible decisions, but if they made good decisions, odds are we wouldn't have the movie. So here are some horrible decisions made by characters in horror movies, and I hope it goes without warning that there are spoilers ahead. Number 10, Jeepers Creepers checking the pipe.
This is throwback.
After practically being chased by a terrifying lunatic truck driver in the middle of literal nowhere, our main protagonists, Dari and Trish, spot the shady, sinister-looking character who is driving the truck, depositing what looks like a rolled-up corpse into a pipe at the side of the road.
The hell?
The shady-looking character
Bruh.
then quite obviously stares down the two as they drive by, knowing
I'm
that they
off
witnessed
this.
what was done.
Skirt!
Having to now dispose of the witnesses, the truck
You would've
driver
seen
emerges
130
once
on the
again,
freeway.
rammed Gary's car
Oh,
off
nah.
the road before continuing on down the road.
Oh nah.
Now, a normal person would just get out of there and report the incident to the first cop they encounter. However, this wouldn't be a horror movie without a horrible idea. Danny decides to go back and check out what was dumped inside the pipe, instead of getting to the nearest phone and calling the police. He ends up falling inside the pipe after getting scared by a couple of rats. And
Now you see?
becomes the creeper's next target.
I ain't gonna front,
Number
bruh.
9, Drag Me.
I ain't gonna front. This is where we get that whole term white people shit. Cause it's like you sit there and you watch something and it's like rather than mind your business or run, or the stereotype goes, that you guys have a tendency of wanting to investigate to get to the bottom line yourself. Where a black person is like, nah, I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here. I see the little glimpse that I seen from across the street is enough. Drag me to hell.
To Hell, not checking the envelope. At the end of Drag Me to Hell, after Christine had seemingly
Ew.
gotten rid of the cursed button that would send her to hell, Clay, her boyfriend, pulls out a familiar envelope containing none other than the cursed button. It turned out
Is that
she
the same
had
actress?
mistakenly gotten rid of Clay's envelope containing a quarter instead of the one containing the button. Had Christine simply made the right decision and checked the contents of the envelope first, she would have been freed from the eternal curse.
Oh nah. What the fuck? Oh, it's over. It's over. Hold on, how'd the train not hit him?
Number 8, the ending of I Am Legend. At the end of I Am Legend, Robert Neville decides to sacrifice himself by putting the antidote into Anna's hand and putting her and her son into a reinforced coal shed before pulling the pin off a grenade and blowing himself
this.
up along with the rampaging Darkseekers.
I'm Legend classified as a horror film?
What he could have done differently, though, was just lob the grenade at them and get into the shaft, since it can obviously fit another person, and it would only take 2 steps for Robert to get inside. Number 7, Helen's
chose to
death.
die.
Know What You Did Last Summer. While on the run for her life from a crazed hook-welding killer, Helen finds herself only a few feet away from freedom, where a marching band and onlookers are seen walking by. But Helen's pointless and foolish
that
decision
Buffy?
to turn around and look behind her at the last possible moment instead of running into the crowd of people is nothing short of moronic, and thus it leads to a death that could have been easily avoided.
And I had the wildest crush on Buffy. Wildest crush growing up, bro. The Vampire
The
Slayer.
Hand Trap, Saw 2. Addison's death is one of the most easily avoided in the entire Saw series. Inside of a glass box with 2 holes in it is an antidote. If Addison were to walk to the other side of the box, she would have seen a lock with a key sticking out of it, which in turn would have unlocked the box and allowed her to access the antidote without harm. However, she makes the rash decision to put both of her hands inside of the holes, getting herself caught in the blades fitted in the holes.
Sheesh.
Number 5, not closing the beach in Jaws. After hearing the news of a giant great white shark on the loose near the shore, Mayor Vaughn refuses to close the local beach and safeguard his citizens.
Look, we depend on the summer people here for our very lives.
You are not going to have a summer unless you deal with this problem.
We're not only going to have to close the beach, we're going to have to hire somebody to kill the shark. I mean, we're going to have to tell the Coast Guard.
Mr. Vaughn, you have to contact the shark research.
Deciding tourism income is more important than the actual safety of those tourists, Mayor Vaughn soon learns of the consequences for his greedy mistake.
Sounds about capitalism to me. This is right on par with America. It's right on par with America, bro. We sitting here in a pandemic and everything's still open.
Number
You know
4,
what I mean?
The Purge, letting somebody into the house and leaving the safe room. There were so many horrible decisions made in this movie that it would be hard not to include more than one. Firstly, one of, if not the biggest one, was when the son, Charlie, decided to disarm the house security system to allow a stranger into his home on the night of the Purge, when any stranger can rob you, hurt you, or kill you and your entire family and get away with it.
Holy
Not
shit.
to mention, this man is also being chased by purgers.
Somebody please just open the door. They're coming, Kitty. Somebody please, they're gonna kill me.
This idiotic decision is of course what led to everything afterward in the movie, including the death of Charlie's own father. Another ridiculous decision in the movie was the choice of the entire family to leave the safe room while their house is under attack.
Couldn't be me.
When a load of maniacs are set to break into your house baying for blood, and you have a perfectly good safe room and a bunch of guns at hand, surely it makes sense to hold up there and blast away whoever so much as breathes near the door.
That's
But
it.
that would be too logical for a
We
horror
come,
movie.
yo, you come through
So
that
the
door,
family splits up,
nigga, I'm
making
pulling out
themselves easier to
bussin'.
pick off one by one.
hell, there you go. I'm saying, what's that to
Number 3,
overthink?
Halloween Resurrection, trying to unmask Michael Myers. In the beginning of the 8th installment of the franchise, Laurie Strode finally
Yo,
captures Michael Myers.
I ain't go front. Isn't that like classic horror film 101? It's like as you're being chased by the serial killer, you're constantly looking back. Rather than just hauling ass and minding your business, you gotta keep looking back to see how close he is. And meanwhile you like you're not going nowhere. You're moving mad slow, bro. Dip. I don't need to know how close you are to me if you're trying to kill me. I'm out of here, bro. What are we doing?
Strode finally captures Michael Myers. As she gets ready to cut the rope that he's dangling on and end her nightmare forever, she decides to unmask him and see if it's really her brother. She fails to realize that even though he's hanging upside down, his hands are still free.
Word. He gonna grab her. Dummy. 2 for your mistakes. Oh, they both gonna
Number
fall?
2, Scream, Tatum's death. When the Ghostface killer traps Tatum in the garage, she actually manages to put up a good fight for a bit, getting the killer on the ground
Yo, the
several
Scream mask
times.
is iconic. Cap, what was
However,
that?
Instead of kicking the killer while he's down or looking for something to use as a weapon in the garage, she decides to crawl out a pet door, which is clearly too small for her to fit into.
Bruh. Ain't no way, bro.
And number 1,
Ain't
Saw,
no way.
the foot amputation. After being
Ain't no way they was able to get away with this horrible screenwriting back in the 90s, bro. Did she just Did she just really try to escape through the dog door with a killer on the loose, bro? Nah, bro. Hold on. Like, ain't no way, bro. How did I not notice this back in the day?
However, instead of kicking the killer while he's down or looking for something to use as a weapon in the garage, she decides to crawl out a pet door, which is clearly too small for her to fit into.
Whose mans is this? Whose mans is this, son? Nah, bro. Pack the 90s horror
Number
films
1,
up.
Saw, the foot amputation.
I thought this
After
one was
being
crazy.
unable to reach the phone with his arm, Dr. Gordon decided his only choice was to sever his foot.
I remember.
Or he could have used the saw to grab it.
Yo, that's a good point, son. A lot of these joints went over my head back in the day. A lot of these joints went, yo, like, for real, bros. There's so many stereotypes that we hang on to today because of old 90s horror films in terms of, like, how these people just, they set themselves up to die. Like, the film is supposed to be scary, but the screenwriting and the actors are just, why do these people set themselves up to die by the serial killer? I mean, I rock with you if you rock with me. It's your boy Gabos. That was some dumbass shit. Like, this nigga really, like, the last shorty went through the dog hole, bro. The dog door. You trying to escape? Yo, I appreciate you guys for locking in. It's your boy Gabos, man. Like, see y'all next time.